Let's kick off with fireworks that were the order of the day on Nigeria's Senate floor yesterday as the lawmakers of the Red Chamber debated a path forward to address the growing wave of xenophobic tension against Nigerians and other African foreign nationals in South Africa. Suggestions from senators ranged from nationalizing South African businesses in Nigeria, such as MTN and DSTV, and some even suggesting to take the war to South African territory.
It is time to reciprocate. This Senate should adopt a position that MTN, a South African company that is cutting away millions of dollars from Nigeria every day, that Nigeria nationalize it and withdraw its license, so that Nigeria company can take over the MTN business and recruit more people. Okay, Nigerians, come home and take over the job of MTN. Nigerians, come home and take over the job of DSTV. When we hit back, the president of South Africa will not only talk, he will go on his knees to recognize that Nigerians cannot be intimidated, and we do not condone any war life being lost. Life has not duplicated. All of a sudden you are killed. Your families have lost you for no reason whatsoever. Mr. President, I think this is as serious as it gets.
We have a lot of South Africans living in Nigeria. And if we move to go and start dragging them from their kitchens, naked them, drag them on the streets, stone them, and use blocks to kill them, or burn them inside their shops, we are returning to the Stone Age.
Well, the debate in the Senate follows moves by the federal government to repatriate willing Nigerians from South Africa, adding that those returning would be responsible for the cost of their own trip home. 130 Nigerians have signed up to return so far, with South Africa's population index showing that there are over 200,000 Nigerians in the country. 100 is not that many people who are ready to run away from xenophobia. Well, some of those who are not willing to leave South Africa despite the tension have come online to share their views, such as this gentleman.
Africans, come get me. I am in South Africa, Cape Town. I am working in your country. As you can hear from my accent, I am not a South African. I am taking your job. This is me working in a South African mall. Come get me. I am a Kwere. I am a Kwere from West Africa. I am not going anywhere.
Well, he's not going anywhere. The sentiments towards African foreign nationals are proving to be an extremely divisive issue within South Africa itself. Opposition leader Julius Malema took to the podium to ask the pertinent questions. Have the attacks returned the jobs back to South Africans? Let's take a look.
And you march and close shops and beat up people. Tell us, after doing that, how many jobs have you created? By beating up these Nigerians, by beating up these Ghanaians, by beating up these Zimbabweans. I will never refuse a pregnant woman of African descent to give birth in the clinics of South Africa. Never will I do that.
All right, so let's quickly take some reactions before getting our comments from here in the studio. And of course, just to also put it out there in our reactions that Canal Plus has taken over DSTV, so it's technically now a French company. But let's go to X, where Mira on X said, no South African has ever said Nigerians are taking jobs. Zimbabweans and the others are here working for lower than minimum wage. Nigerians in South Africa don't work. They make a living through crime. No one has ever seen a Nigerian work anywhere in South Africa. I bring this tweet because the statements from the senator blew up across Africa. They were trending in South Africa as well. So there's a lot of comments from different places on the continent. That was a comment from South Africa. Nigeria. Now let's take another tweet. General Tweet said, I hate xenophobia, but Nigeria has no power to threaten South Africans in other African countries. They should just engage with South Africans without pulling phantom strings. They can't even provide security for their own citizens within their borders. Maybe we should all stop exporting criminals to other countries and live in harmony with our hosts. We can't compete with South Africans in committing crimes within their borders. Criminals give xenophobes unnecessary attention they don't deserve. And finally, Aluma wrote, if that were the American Senate, you all would applaud it. At times, you speak the language that people will understand rather than use violence. America has imposed tariffs and even arrested a sitting president, and the world did not end. If nothing is done, you will still cry. Well, you can see there's so many views across the divide. Everybody has something to say. Okay, jump into it. So then we go to Dr. Abati. Then we go to Arsenal 001.
Number one, real quickly, thank you so much, Julius Malema. I mean, you were a credible voice in the room. Not that I agree with every other thing you do sometimes, but the fact is, the real problem on ground is because of economic emancipation. Apart from the fact that you can have inter-rivalries among people from different nation states, it's about economic emancipation. If the situation of the economy was a whole lot better, things would not go this south. There are lots of things that are wrong, which I feel the government should be able to do as regards empowering its own people in that country. It's just about opportunities. You do not need to take it out on Nigerians. It's not the way to go. Adams Oshiomhole, a senator speaking like that? What are you trying to feel like? A hawk? You're saying they should nationalize businesses? MTN, does he know that there are Nigerian shareholders there? I mean, do these guys even think? You're upset, we're all upset. We're trying to find a solution. What's the solution? Dialogue. We need to talk. Most of these people that are doing these things, attacking Nigerians, they're not a reflection of all of the South African people. We need to see ways to talk to them and get them to reason. Correct. Not you now saying nationalize businesses and all of that. That's not the way. I keep calling for cool heads. Both presidents should meet at that level. We should be able to talk. There's so much that we can do together. This is not the time to go south with all of this. And all this rhetoric must stop, please.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, very quickly. I've made this point before. I would like to repeat it. The whole objective of African unity, whether you put it under the banner of Pan-Africanism, or bilateral relations, or regional associations like ECOWAS, EEA, SADC, and all of that, is to ensure that there is African unity, not just at the level of AFCTA, even AFCTA. When you look at the protocols, it's talking about, cultural integration. It's talking about free movement of persons protocol to promote African integration in all the 55 countries. But that has not worked. And that is why we have this issue. Where is the African Union person-to-person diplomacy in all of this? So African countries remain disunited. The countries do not trust each other. The people do not trust themselves because there is that competition that frustrates the larger objectives. The second issue that stands out here is the issue of leadership. African leaders are failing their people. They have failed their people. And the people see this and they fail themselves. Now, Senator Oshiomhole was talking about where was the South African government in all of this? And he was the one who made the allegation that security agencies, they have military in South Africa, they have soldiers, policemen in South Africa, that in fact when these xenophobic attacks happen, these policemen and soldiers in South Africa, they go and hide and allow the xenophobic movement in South Africa to just do what they like, whether it is in Johannesburg or it is in other parts, Durban or Gauteng or all of those places. So these are the two major questions. The efficacy, of those institutions that we have, the failure of leadership, and the challenge for African leaders to see how, we can have diplomacy at a people-to-people level, so that this level of distrust in Africa does not continue to exist. With, as we have seen, grave consequences. There were 3 opinions expressed in Senate. Those who say, let's go and fight them. Those who said, no, the diplomacy can solve this problem. And, the president who said, no, I think diplomacy will solve this problem. But those are the two fundamental issues, attached to this that I have identified beyond the details of this person said, that person said. Anybody can say anything. But what are the root fundamental issues?